The new Steam machine may be the worst way in which a PC enthusiast can spend $1,000. It's getting very good reviews across the board. Yes, it has a few critiques, but mostly due to early launches and everything. And that's not what I am critiquing. I'm critiquing the hardware and the format. I think, yeah, it has a place for some people, sure, but those people are probably not you watching this video, okay? Because if you know how to build a computer, then you're wasting your time buying a Steam machine. You can build such a better one for so much less money. But even if you need to buy something pre-built, it may not be worth your money. That said, welcome back at ImWateringPSUs, and let's get straight into it. Now, sure, the Steam machine is small, quiet, easy to use. You can put it under your TV and install your whole Steam library on it. You can just forget about hardware and having a proper game PC, maintenance, having to clean it, having to install an operating system, and all of that. However, you can then just game on it, and it's going to be something you use just for that, which is fine. But the point is, even if you want to do just that, if you're fine with one small compromise, you can do so much better in value for money. And even if you're not fine with that compromise, you can still beat it. And said compromise is just a footprint, because where the Steam machine really impresses me is just how small it is. So on this channel, actually, back in the day, I was covering a lot of mini ITX gaming computers. I was also daily driving one, even though it was in the biggest mini ITX case ever made, the NZXT Manta. But the thing is, I love ITX system and just SFF in general. However, if you're fine with going with a micro ITX motherboard in a regular case, like even smaller than this, you can just destroy the value for money you're getting there. Now, how? Because how is what we care about. First of all, if you're willing to go like really with strange stuff, you have to use the laptop adapted to desktop CPUs I covered from AliExpress, the 13th, 12th, and 14th gen from Intel. Basically, for those of you who haven't seen those videos, someone in China soldered the laptop CPUs onto a BGA adapter. Now you can use them in regular motherboards, and they're really cheap, and the motherboards are really cheap, and they use DDR4, which is cheap. So you can just use those and beat the Steam machine CPU-wise. And GPU-wise, like, the specs are not great. You are essentially playing on a Ryzen 5 with an RX 7600, not even. So if you buy like a used RTX 3070, it's gonna be so much faster. And you can even buy a brand new RTX 5060 and just have it be faster, and also have all the tech from NVIDIA. But again, if you're going brand new, you probably should get the Ryzen 5 5500X3D. Now that's a CPU, I don't know if you've heard about it, but it's crazy. AMD didn't want us to buy it really, like they released it on different markets. But now AliExpress is like selling it worldwide, so you can buy it. And it's really fast. Like for 1080p competitive, that thing is gonna hit 300 FPS on Apex Legends, no problem, with the right GPU. So you're gonna get a lot more performance than the Steam machine. Or you can also just go plain old boring, available off-the-shelf new hardware and build something like this computer with an i5 225F and an RTX 5060 and just buy very cheap motherboard, very cheap DDR5, slap on a cooler on it and a case, and still the PC is gonna cost you way less than $1,000, and it's also gonna be a proper upgradable computer which you can use for everything. Now, I know what you're saying. Yes, I want just the convenience of turning on the PC and playing. But you can do that. You don't have to use Windows. Now, on this channel, I cover hardware mostly and performance. I don't really cover operating systems. But the thing is, if you just want something that just runs all the time, first of all, even in Windows, you can just set Steam with Big Picture, and it's a very easy process of literally turning it on, installing updates, and running it. But if you want to make it even better, just install Linux. There are a lot of options today that basically do the same as the Steam machine. You can use the same OS as the Steam machine on anything else, because Valve is a good company, actually. I really like Valve as a company. Basically, the product you're paying for is the unified experience, the fact that you have a controller with it, and it's just convenient. But you can create that experience for yourself, actually tailor it more for yourself. And if you're an enthusiast, you can also have fun while doing it. But the thing is, you're going to be saving money and essentially be getting paid for your work of setting it up yourself, which if you're having even at the slightest bit of fun doing, then it's worth it. And you're also gonna be learning something. Now, of course, if you're moving from PlayStation or Xbox and you don't really wanna get into all of this, Steam Machine is a great product. I think it's good because I want everyone to move away from consoles, everyone to be playing on PCs, so we also get rid of console exclusives, and I think the world becomes a better place. Products like the Steam Machine, which mimic how consoles work, are needed for that. And then I think system integrators, people who have shops, who build and sell computers for a living, can start selling computers custom made but built like a Steam machine after people get used to them. So I think it's actually very good that it's out there and I like it. I just don't think you should buy it if you're an enthusiast or if you're watching this channel and if you know like how to install a CPU in a motherboard. You probably should not buy it. Not to mention, if you like the used market, if you want to go out there, make a few offers and really get a good deal, then what's the point? You can also get a lot more storage, expand it cheaper. The Steam machine has a 0.5 terabyte space. I mean, yeah, SSDs are expensive, RAM is expensive, so they're launching it at a good time, actually. But we can do better and we can expand it later for cheaper when stuff gets cheaper also. So even there with the original spec for storage and RAM, like it's not really a compelling option. Also, in terms of being quiet and running well, yeah, but still it's gonna collect dust. You will still need to do some maintenance. Someday you will have to change thermal paste. It's gonna be trickier than just taking off an all-in-one and doing it. It's not as easy as it seems. And all the 4K marketing uses FSR on relatively low-end hardware. Again, with a used RX 7800 XT, you would get so much more performance and you can very well fit that into the $1,000 budget. Now, what kind of spec could be the exact replacement? If you really want to save money, I'd say, and you want to go full AMD, which is fine, probably look for an RX 6700 XT on the used market. Buy that with a Ryzen 5, really. You don't have to get an X3D, but if you get an X3D, it's going to be so much better for competitive gaming. You're going to be very happy. So I would do it. So just do that, build a PC for yourself, learn about SteamOS and just stuff you can install on Linux to make it super easy, or just use Windows, set it up on Windows so you have a properly working computer that upon boot up just enters into Steam Big Picture and lets you play whatever you want in a few seconds. Just pair a very good controller to it. There are much better controllers than the Steam controller. I reviewed a few on the channel. My current pick probably still is the PlayStation PS5 controller. I think it's very good. But also SCUF is making some crazy stuff, but they're expensive. But again, if you're playing competitively, a SCUF is going to be so much better than the Steam controller. You want to get that. And you can do that for overall cheaper price. Like even if you buy like a used gaming computer and you buy a brand new SCUF, which is overpriced, you're going to be still paying less than the Steam machine with the controller. So with that said, again, for a console player with a large Steam library who just wants the easiest, smoothest experience possible, I think that's a good product from Steam right there. I think it has a place in the market. I'm happy it's there. But if you know how to build a PC, or if you would like to try to build a PC, and you have a little bit of free time in your hands, you can make such a better one that you really should try. You should also let me know down below in the comments how it comes out. And if you agree with me or if you don't, still, even if you disagree with me, you can just tell me, even harshly, it's fine. I want my channel to be like a place where we can debate, exchange opinions and everything. And with that said, really, let me know what you think. If you watched the video this far, drop a like and subscribe. You can also now become a member. And see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.